Hey, budget catfisherman, Brian Peck with Budget Catfishing. Heading out, we're going to try our luck at the Cave Run Lake a little bit this evening, see what we can come up with. Try our red chicken out, see what we can come up with. Get in the, I like to call it, get in the caddy wagon. So, see what we can catch. So, here at the lake, probably been here maybe 20 minutes or so. Caught lines in the water. Not really ideal. Water level's like really down. See these rocks right here in front of me? That is normally where the water level is at. I guess with the storm that's out in the Gulf now, I think it's Laura. The projected path is once it hits land, it's going to swoop up and then come right across Kentucky. I think the forecast is going to be for 4+ inches of rain for us, so I guess they're letting a lot of water out. So I don't know how that's going to do. Not really got any bites or anything yet, but we'll see how it goes. Sitting here at Muskie Bend on Cave Run Lake. Interesting thing about Cave Run, it's not really known for catfish all that much, even though it's got blues, channels, a lot of channel, and some flats. Primarily known for muskie. It's kind of sort of the mecca of muskie fishermen here in Kentucky. Never fished for them myself. Too much work. I'm not a cast and tug person, but if you are, that's your cup of tea, and go for it. So, still nothing, but let me tell you one thing. If you're fishing on a budget, you go out to these lakes and stuff like this, and you're planning on being there a long time. And you're in a situation like I'm in right now. This ground is packed hard, and you're using something like that to put your poles and watch them and everything. You can't get them in the ground unless you're going to carry a sledgehammer with you. From watching a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of DIY stuff about how to build things out of PVC, that right there is the trick. You take it apart. I mean, you can glue parts of it together, but you take the main parts. You take the main part of it apart and pack it around. It don't weigh anything really, and you're able to keep your rods up like this. By keeping the bottom right there unglued, you can turn it however you need it. In this case, downhill to keep it standing. And sometimes if you're on flat, you may want to put like your cooler or tackle box or something like that across it to keep it standing up really good. But yeah, and especially when you're usually I would do tackle boxes to put my stuff up on, but when you've got something like that, as big as that is, or even anything like that, you run into the problem of it being on the ground and you can't, take in line, take in slack or anything like that. So works really good for that. What I'll do, hopefully that's one of the things I'd mentioned that I would do, would be to do a video on that. Really cheap to make. If you've got PVC laying around, great. If not, if you have to go to Lowe's or someplace like that to buy it, you can put you something like that together for, I'm going to say, for around $5. And that's just, a couple dollars more than what one of these traditional spikes would cost you. Alright, finally we're starting to see a little bit of action here on this first rod. Don't seem to be nothing serious, but he's pecking it. of course, when I pick it up, I don't feel him. Let's see if he's still on or not. Still interested. Usually that chicken's pretty hard to, for the most part, get off, and if he was really serious about it, he'd should have hooked himself with a circle hook. That's one thing about catfishing. So, packed up, ready to go. Got everything back in the caddy wagon. Not really much going on tonight. Fish are kind of like kids and animals. They make a liar out of you every time you say anything. Up until tonight, had nothing but luck on this red chicken, but nothing really hitting tonight. Had a few pecks on things. Nothing really serious, and that's the downside of the red chicken, at least in Cave Run Lake. It is, surprisingly enough, a carp will actually bite on the red chicken here in Cave Run Lake. So it's very likely that that's what we had going on tonight, was the carp, and where the chicken wasn't soft enough for them to get the hook in their mouth good enough. Purely speculation, but that's where I would put my money at, because where I was at, there shouldn't have been much in the line of bluegill and that sort. But the way it goes with fishing, sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. But the good thing about it is sometimes it's getting away and sitting on the bank and putting a line in the water and, just spending some time, between yourself and God, and just get away from your worries for just a little bit. It makes it all worth it. If anybody watches this, I just wish you all the best of luck when you're out there fishing. Keep your lines tight, and best of luck. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll keep them coming. God bless y'all. Have a good evening.